Late High Chief Samuel Agboola Akintan's transition program as Idanre enjoys successful free medical outreach. The inaugural year transition program for the late High Chief Samuel Agboola Akintan, who died on the 10th of May 2022, reached its pinnacle on Saturday the 25th of November 2023 as a creme de la creme of the society gathered at a grand party to commemorate the esteemed traditional leader in Idanre. The event, held at Olofin Grammar School, Idanre, was marked by a rich tapestry of cultural celebration, heartfelt tributes, and a sense of unity that permeated the air. The celebration of life started on the 21st of November that signaled a significant initiative as a program featured a free medical outreach aspect where thousands from the community received essential healthcare services through eye test and distribution of free eyeglasses to beneficiaries. Engineer Rotimi Akintan, who is one of the sons of the late High Chief, explained that free medical outreach was done in honor and remembrance of their late father, who was always after the well-being of people and most importantly the community in his lifetime. This benevolent effort not only paid homage to late High Chief's legacy of community service, but also underscored the enduring impact of combining remembrance with practical support for the well-being of the people.
Èmi Felix Akínṣúré mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó gbé ètò glasses kalẹ̀ fún àwa ọmọ Ìdànrè níbí àṣehó inú mi dùn àlàáfíà ni wọ́n máa gbé o.
Ayọ̀mídé I thank God for today. I bless the name of the Lord for what He is doing in our lives and the life of our father, Chief Samuel Agboola Akintan. I want to bless God for that, for what He did in his life, his lifetime, and for taking good care of all of us and the family and the children. And the children at this time also, God is giving us the grace to also celebrate His life. And God has been faithful to us. And so this time around, we're showing love of God to every one of us in the community and everyone, all the family members. That's what we're doing now, and we're also telling them about Christ. We thank God for all what God has done for us, and we bless the name of the Lord for His successful burial, to the glory of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. We bless the name of the Lord. Thank you very much, all the community, for accepting us, for having us. Today, we are also doing another medical outreach to glorify God on behalf of our Father, to honor God, on behalf of Father and the children. So we are doing a medical outreach, the doctors are around to see patients, and also giving the free glasses we already promised them. We thank God for that, and we thank God for providing for us to be able to meet up with these needs and needs of the community. We bless the name of the Lord forever for what God did for us today. So we give it to the community. Things, glasses, also some foods, and also we're going to check their blood pressure and sugar level for the elderly ones. Thank you.
Ebenezer Shotolu's Merry Band, Toyosi Akinagbe Musical Band, Segun Wonder's Musical Band, and other musicians entertained the guests at various tents on the field of Olofin Anglican Grammar School, Idanre, where notable sons and daughters of Idanre were served with different meals coupled with different kinds of drinks and brands.
Pastor Rotimi nìyẹn, ó ní ẹ sọ kalẹ̀ wá. Ẹ sọ kalẹ̀ wá. Pastor Rotimi ló wọlé. Ẹ sọ kalẹ̀ wá. Ó ní ẹ máa bá wa ṣe. Ẹ máa bá wa ṣe. Ó ní Thank you.
Omolola. I've come to celebrate with the Akintan'S family, in particular Dr. and Dr. Mrs. Dokundairo from the United States of America. Baba was a colossus. Baba was everything to the kingdom, and he served the community, and he dedicated his life to his children. A great man, a great icon. Baba is just man that has the history of this kingdom at his fingertips. From him we have sourced quite a lot of things that is going to be of immense benefit to the community. I just pray that God will continuously and continually bless all the children, that they will be greater than Baba, and that the works of Baba will continue. They should take up the works and position of Baba in this kingdom.
It's Engineer Bright Akinoliola. High Chief Agboola is a well-known person, and is someone that we all missed. He has been the person in the forefront of the promotion of Idanre culture. He has been someone that is always attentive to the kingdom. Without him, since he left, this kingdom has missed a lot of things. High Chief is good to everyone. He has motivated everybody, including myself. I was motivated by him, and today we are missing him, but God takes him away from us.
My name is Engineer Rotimi Akintan. Baba is a special being. He's been with us for a long time. I've known him since while I was very small. Okay? Baba is disciplined and erudite personality. He likes someone that goes to school. And Baba ensures that he trained a lot of people. And when he comes around from Lagos, he's good at getting people together, and he's good at, he loves community. He loves Idanre very, wherever he is, he projects Idanre, and he gets people together. Loving his people and getting people together is very good. Very, very good. And being forthright too. Baba is forthright. My message is to the children and the family is that they should continue the legacy of Baba. He's done a lot. He's got a lot of children that because he trained them, they are in a well-to-do position today. And that's why you see people. You have old and the young coming around to celebrate his passing and join others to celebrate. So they should continue the legacy and keep working hard to attain the height and the age. Baba is a very good person.
Yes, I'm Dr. Matayo Dairo, and I am virtually the head of the Dairo dynasty. Very many things has to be said about this man. He was the first Idanre man that I knew went to the university, and he came from there to come and become the first secretary of Idanre District Council in 1954. In addition to that, he impacted this community in various ways. He was a role model to many of us, and we felt very gratified that at least one of the children is married to the Dairos. When intellectual expression, he had that very special one to him. Two, he was very firm, convinced about what he wants to do, and he had a special love for this community. He was representing this community in court over many cases with our neighbors. So he has left so much legacy. In terms of wealth creation, he was the first person to start in this community that we know. So he has left so many things that we would always live to remember him. One, I know there are quite a number, there are 18 of them, and we know that their father has taken them to a level that is enviable. Many of the children are great. For example, one of them is a High Court judge of repute in Nigeria. One of them is a medical doctor that later went again for a PhD and having very many success. So you can count very many of them, engineers and so many things. What I want them to do is that every day they should reflect on the impact that their father made on this community, and for them to be able to give back a little to what they can do.
My name is Agboola Akintan. I'm Baba Agbola's first grandchild. My grandfather was a very loving man. He was a sweet man, educated, a philanthropist. He loved his children, his grandchildren, and his great-grandchildren. He was very hardworking, and he loved everybody. You know, he brought us with iron hand, but with wealth. So we are grateful for his life. We are here to celebrate him today.
What will you miss most about?
Oh my God, I'm going to miss my grandfather's money because he spoiled us with wealth, and we bless God for that. And I'm going to miss his advice. He's always advising us to be hardworking, that no matter how rich your parents are, you have to make your own wealth as well. So I will miss that about him. Oh my God, I would like to emulate his philanthropist, because you know, he catered for so many people that he didn't even know, people from Idanre community, people from Lagos. He educated so many people, and I'll be so happy if I can actually achieve at least half of what he achieved in life.
My name is Dr. Mrs. Ayomide Akintan.
Okay, who are you today?
I'm Baba's daughter, one of Baba's daughters. I can say Daddy is a loving, caring, adoring, and compassionate father. He loves his children. He cares for his children. He takes care of his children even above other children. And I don't know, because our God is a great God. And sometimes when He builds someone, He's also built someone in greatness. So I want to thank God for Daddy's life, even for our lives, for us knowing God, and for Daddy herself, using Him to also take care of us and to love us, show us love. Daddy has shown us love. He has shown us love. And that's why we are also showing this love to the community, to all our family members and all our loved ones, and celebrating Daddy's life. I thank God for that. Well, we are already starting. It is obvious. We are starting the legacy. That is why we started with classes, giving classes. Daddies have doctors as children, lawyers as children, diplomats, ambassadors. So I want to thank God for that. And so we are doing health, showing showing good living to the community, caring about their health, their eyesight. We are doing that as well. We also, when Daddy's Remembrance this year, we also gave to food stuff to the community at large. So we are doing more, and this is just the beginning. By the special grace of God, God will be doing more every year to the glory of God. What I miss most about Daddy is a loving father. Even when he was sick, he was still thinking about us. He was still minded. I remember in the hospital, Daddy was telling me, why are you sitting there? Why are you standing up? Go and sit down. And he was one of it as we took to the hospital. You know, everybody I felt like crying. Because Daddy, you still remembered us.
My name is Mrs. Fabian Oyefusi Akintan. He was 95 years old. He lived a very good life. He was a lawyer of the highest esteem. He was an entrepreneur of the highest esteem. He's a mover and a shaker and a kingmaker, both in the local world and also in the national politics. He's a kingmaker. He's an extremely wealthy man that stands for no nonsense. But he's a very loving father. He's very generous to his family and non-family. He loves for people to be very well educated. So pretty much almost all of his children are well educated. All of his extended family members are well educated because he's very humorous. Even when he's serious, he still manages to evoke humor in it. And also the moves that he makes sometimes, they are quite humorous. Okay? When you think my father will make move A, it's like 2-3 steps ahead of you is on D. Okay? So, and if he says, come today, I'm going to give you something, you better wait until he hands you that thing. And he will actually make fun of you not waiting to think that you own that thing, because he may actually not give it to you.
Oladipo Oyefusi.
I am Baba's son-in-law. I'm married to my beautiful wife, standing next to me. He's always wanting to know what is going on with me and what is going on with my family. How am I doing? If I'm happy with my wife, if I'm happy with my children, those type of questions. We always, we can measure a man by the legacy the man left. And I don't know whether you were here yesterday when we did the medical outreach, serving the community. That was much to people, and so that is the legacy. He's gone, but the things that he did while he was here are still here, and they are still living, and they are still making difference. So, including the people, including the children, and even the non-children that he did for.
Rotimi Akintan, the daughter of High Chief Agboola Akintan, the Ojomo of Idanre land. Dad is generous to a fault, but very strict, and is always determined, and in spite of everything, he can be loving to a fault, and he knows how to cut off by saying no when there is time for that. There is nothing that we don't miss about him. When you remember his words, it's either he push you up or he bring you down, because he's always very factual. He will tell you, when my words or enemy are like injections, they are bearing that hurt your wound, don't go you away, I will still say it out. And that's my father. The generosity, being so factual, diplomatic when there is a need for it, and be friendly. He doesn't underestimate anybody. My name is Olofin Adeyemi. I'm married to Rotimi Akintan. She's the last daughter of Baba Akintan, which is my wife. Well, one thing I can say about him is his kind nature, and he has a very large heart. You know, so he gives a lot. What he enjoys doing is charity, giving back to the society, giving back to the community. You understand? I mean, getting people on sponsorship and all sorts. So those are the things I knew about him when I met my wife, and which was some of those traits. My wife has emulated those from him, and I must say it's a very nice privilege to be a father-in-law. Because when I met him, the very first time my wife introduced me to him as the husband-to-be, there were some words that he told me that day when we met. And I eat to them, and today they are working for me. You understand? So he's a nice man, he's kind heart. That's what chills me about him.
My name is Olofin Anglican, the battle of Idanre land. People, he loved everybody. He worked for his fellow man. He took delight in the joy of other people. He worked hard to fulfill that delight. He was a loving man, very loving. Loving not just of me, of his children, but also of everybody. And he worked towards that end. He worked very hard, just to make others happy. Same way, I want the kind of joy he had. I love serving people. I love working for people. I love fulfilling the dreams of people. That makes me happy. When they're happy, that's it. That's just simply it. Ìjọba ọ̀run, ó sọ pé ká fẹ́ràn ọmọ ẹ̀yìn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìjọba ọ̀run. My father loved people and he served people. When I look at the doctrine of religion and God, my father fulfilled all the requirements. He was selfless, very selfless, very, very selfless.
My name is Rotimi Akintan. He's a very loving father in the sense that he's very passionate about his children's well-being, his children's comfort. He will go to the to ensure that his children are very comfortable. I feel vulnerable. He was a very loving father, and he ensured, for me personally, he ensured that I had a very good life, honestly speaking. And of course, God. he set pace. He set the path for me to becoming who I am today. I mean, I schooled abroad. I'm not the only person that schooled abroad in the house. Almost everybody did. But it took me from high school. A lot of people take it for granted when their father pays their school fees right. I don't take it for granted, honestly. I don't take it for granted. It's a privilege to have a father who is passionate about educating his children, his girl child. He was passionate about me. He was very passionate about my education, about my career, about my need as a girl and as a woman. So I'm very grateful. I always knew he was there. Anything I needed, he was there. Words of wisdom, he was there. Money, he was there. His traditional ways, honestly, it's very difficult to find somebody that is as learned as he is, who is also very grounded in the traditional matters. He is very grounded. I wish I can pass that down to my children. I didn't grow up in Idanre. I grew up in Lagos, Ogun State, high school, and further abroad. But I speak Idanre very well, better than a lot of Idanre people. And that's because of my parents. That I cherish a lot. I want to pass down to my kids, for them to be grounded both in our traditional matters and in the Western manners.
Dr. Dairo, the husband of Dr. Rotimi Akintan. Baba, I always say, is a colossus that passed through this world. A man who is high and mighty, but decides to mingle with the lowly, because that's what gives him joy. He was very compassionate, and he cares for the poor. He can't close his eyes to see people suffering without coming to help them. You know, he lives among his people. He has the option of living, a high-end life, but he chose to be with his people, and his people love him. His community love him. He was a true community man, very traditional. He's an encyclopedia of tradition, and the whole of Idanre is going to miss him. But the good thing about him is that, he was a scholar, and he knew that he was a repository of the tradition of this town called Idanre. So before he made serious effort to document, the oral traditions, they were passed from generations to generations about Idanre. He made sure he documented in a book and made sure he published the book. So he did not live, without leaving something for the community. And we cherish him for that. He loves his children, and he loves his daughters, in-laws, and son-in-laws alike. He's going to be missed. I would like to emulate his disposition to life, in the sense that, he cares about community development. That's a passion that I saw in him, and I would like to emulate, to be among my people, to live with my people, and that's something that I think I take from him, and I'll make sure I stick to that.
Prominent personalities at the reception were Chief Dr. Anthony Omolola, Dr. and Dr. Mrs. Omotayo Dairo, Mr. Olugbenga Karode, Mr. and Mrs. Abiodun Akindolere, Chief Engineer Benson Ajishegiri, Osumba Adesoji Aderemi, Air Commander Adeyemi Adeyemika, Mr. Akinde Kelvin, CPS Olawale Olumagba, Honorable Mayokun Akimoladu, Mr. Olawale Makinde, Mr. Omololu Omotadowa, Otumba Akinbayo Star, Honorable Adekunle Akinlalu, Honorable Olatubosan Adegbeyeni, Honorable Adesoji, among others. Adelanke Akimoladu reporting for Platinum Television.